Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we are looking at Transformers Legacy Evolution. That always throws me off. And this is Deluxe Class Armada Universe Hotshot. And the packaging, as always, is very nice. And I got this from Hasbro Pulse in the UK. And there's some lovely artwork on the side. And he transforms in 21 steps like that. And that is a new evolution size there, and they promote their plastic free packaging and how they are environmentally friendly. So let's get Hotshot out of here and have a closer look. All right, so here is Hotshot, and I've got to say I am very impressed with how this looks. I'm a big fan of the Armada series. I really enjoyed that series. I'll probably say this every review. Once you get past the Miney children of the first part of the season, the second part of the season is absolutely phenomenal, and it has some brilliant storylines. Don't get me wrong; it has its quirks. It was designed to target children. Let's remember that. So, but it does have some sort of adult-y moments in it, which makes it phenomenal. And Hotshot was one of those weird characters. I could never understood why he had the Star Saber, but I loved his development, that he was so naive, thinking he was all powerful with it. Those sort of things. He got beaten by Scavenger to show that he wasn't almighty. I guess one of the biggest gripes here is that he doesn't come with a Star Saber. He also doesn't come with, I may say this wrong, he doesn't come with Jolt, the little helicopter, which was his Minicon. Now, I can only hope that they can do a little Minicon pack at some point that you can combine with these, because without it, I would feel like that is very disappointing. The Minicons were a big part of that season, that Armada series, a big part of it. So it looks really cool. Now, he does have these big hefty pieces here which sit on his shoulder, and they do restrict that, and you do have the big bulky piece because you have the weapon here that is a part of his transformation. So in terms of articulation, he is going to be restricted, but his head can turn all the way around. His arm will not go full 360 at all. It is capable of doing that, by the way, just you can't. It has a swivel there. There is a swivel there. There is a single there. No movement on the wrist, which is not uncommon with Transformers. Swivel on the waist. He can do 360 with the waist if you want him to. He can do the full splits if you want him to. He has a swivel there. Now, this bit is quite bulky, so he does have maneuverable there, but it is very, what's the word? You're not going to get much out of that. And then he does have a little toe point there, but probably more for the transformation. Big left and right. And you can see he has this massive hollow piece down here. Oh my goodness, I can't even get that back in. Anyway, that part of him is a little bit irritating that has happened. But it's not the end of the world, I don't feel. I feel like you can get away with that. And if you can hear in the background, there's clearly a domestic going on with my kids, causing trouble downstairs. Well, you know, it's Christmas. They've been absolutely spoiled rotten, so they're doing lots of things to push their luck. He does come with his little weapon, which I do feel is pretty nifty. He does have two things there, which I'm presuming forms in part of gun mode, but I find it a bit weird. Like that, it just looks weird. So that's a little bit disappointing. So in terms of his special mode, when Jolt does join with him, you need beautiful face in there. And there's some really nice detail in there. Let me bring that light in there. Some really nice detail in there. That is a really nice head sculpt that they have given us there. So you can pop that down. And then, just pull that down. That just forms there. And he has that moment where he can fire superpower blasts out of there, because Jolt is perhaps on the back there somewhere. Not sure where. I can't remember how he used to sit on there. But yeah, that's my biggest gripe of this whole thing. I'm sorry, I got Power Rangers in the background. My biggest gripe about this figure is that piece there. But other than that, that does look amazing. Absolutely stunning. So I'm going to go get him transformed, and then we can have a closer look at that alt mode. Okay, so here is Hotshot transformed in his alt mode, and I feel like this is a good representative of that alt mode from the animated series. One thing I will say, I'm not sure if it's the transformation or what, but I seem to struggle to roll him. You can see the wheels struggle to move. Like I said, it could be how I've transformed him. Maybe I've not got this back part quite right. I'm not entirely sure. No, it looks like it fits perfectly. Yeah, so that's a little bit bizarre, especially I know that some of this target is adult consumers, because we are that 1% of buying these figures, apparently. And there was a big hoo-ha about it, which is fine, you know, because without us, that part of the economy wouldn't be growing, right? So toys have partly good sales due to us, so which is good. So sorry, I've digressed. Anyway, it looks really nice. It's very yellow. You can see there are different tones of yellow, which is a little bit disappointing. I find that disappointing. And the blue screen, you can physically see in there that there is some stuff in there. Then that, it looks really nice. Kibble's all nice and neat underneath. The gun goes on the front now. You can see where they've got that point for the 2 bits there. But I feel like I'm debating why they couldn't have achieved it with one in the middle, one there. Because I guess because they're separate pieces, that's how they've done it. But without it, it looks a little bit bizarre. In fact, sorry, did I even show you? It looks a little bit bizarre without it, and weird. Now you could put some other Transformer guns in there, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure, but definitely I would keep that there. There is a section here which you would think would be for Jolt to connect to him, and if I remember correctly, in alt mode, Jolt could also help him fly, if I remember. I could be wrong. It's been actually a long time since I watched mod. I do have it. And no, I'm not going to be tempted to watch it, because it's easy when I do these reviews. I think, oh man, that's a cool season. Why don't I go watch that? But I'm watching like a million gazillion other things that I should be watching on there. So this is a great Transformer. Very impressive, and a nice addition to anybody's collection. So if you're into Armada, I would definitely be picking these up, especially as potentially I think we may be getting Armada Optimus Prime. Hopefully in 2023, if the rumors are true. Now, you know what I would really love? I would really love to see a Jetfire as well. Imagine that combining with that Optimus Prime as part of that Power Links. That would be awesome. So anyway, this is nice, but I'm still disappointed about the Jolt thing. Same with Armada Starscream. I was disappointed that that didn't come with Swindle. I'll keep griping about them, but you know at some point Hasbro are going to release a pack of mini cons or something. You know, maybe their pick, hey, we've got these free Transformers out, let's bring out these 3 in a free pack or something. I don't know. So we'll see how that progresses. But anyway, Legacy Evolution continues. Now, if you like my channel, I'd appreciate your support by subscribing. Thank you to everybody that already does subscribe. I really do appreciate you folks. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. I really do hope you've had a good Christmas. This is my first review since Christmas time. I had a really nice time. I hope you have too. And if you haven't, I hope that you've got somebody that you can talk to. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.